Good morning, YouTube. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing the sway bars. Now the story was, I've been looking for sway bars for this car since I bought it actually. One of the first things I did when I purchased the car was did like my little check where I went under the car, and I noticed the bar under there was orange. So I did some research, watched some YouTube videos, and I realized that the orange bar is one of the stiffest bars. It was found on the R3 RX-8 in the later generations. I also noticed that the car is squeaking in my neighborhood going down bumps. So what I've decided to do is I did even closer check, and I noticed they have poly bushings, so I'm assuming they need to be lubricated. I did some research, and it looks like the RX-8 bars are a good transition, and I was lucky and I found this red dot here, which is a very hard bar to find. It was found only on the automatic transmissions, I think like 2004 to 2008, without the sport suspension package, so pretty much the 16-inch wheels. And I thought I had a red dot the whole time, but yeah, I guess I had an orange, because yeah, when I bought it I was told it was a red dot. So these yellows came from another seller who's super friendly. Found them on Facebook, and they happened to only be within 10 minutes from each other. So I made a junkyard run, drove across the state over to Sanford, Florida, and picked both of these up. I think all in I have $109 for all three of these sway bars. This should give me a more neutral handling. So pretty excited, and I'm gonna start with the front. Hopefully I don't struggle too much. I've seen a lot of videos and there's a lot of recommendations. So yeah, let's get started. So remove the sway bar end link. What you do is you take a 14 millimeter, and I used an impact here. What you do, just that easy. Now the other one gave me issues. And what I ended up having to do was use this Allen key right here, and I was able to hold my foot down so I could spin it. And it looks like on the threads, I don't know why this one was giving me some, maybe it's bent a little bit, but just be prepared. If you don't have an impact, you may need to use a hex key and a 14 millimeter wrench in your foot and use it as leverage, so it can hold the sway bar end link in place. So the wheels are off, and as you can see, it is an orange dot. You can see the bushings right there. I believe those are energy bushings, polyurethane, and they are squeaking, so they'll be removed. So yeah, I think the first step I need to do here is remove the sway bar end links right there from the bar, and then I don't know if those are 14 or 15 millimeter nuts, but there's two of them right there, and they're on each side. Okay, so you can see the sway bar end link right here, and I'll try to see if I can loosen it. Now, plug it underneath the okay, so I got as far as I can go, so now I'm putting the hex key in, and I'm using my 14 millimeter. So now both sway bar end links are off. Now I'm gonna focus on these last two brackets, and I should be able to start removing. Okay, so I used an impact, and I got these little 14 millimeter bolts off right here, and this should make the sway bar come loose. Right here, and I think there's one last part right here, a bolt that attaches. Okay, it looks like I've gotten to a point where I think the sway bar is ready to come out. Just to let you know my experience, I did have to remove this little fender liner here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pop clips here. There's 3 screws on the bottom holding this other section, and there's a couple 10 millimeters here. There's 1, 2, 3 right there, and did it on each side. I had some feedback from the forums that said you need to remove this bracket, but I don't know if that's really necessary, the lower radiator bracket. The key here is just getting it in front of this part right here, and what has really helped me is turning the wheel, so it gives you that leverage, and then you should just be able to just pull it out like this. And there you go. She's out. So it took a solid, I would say 30 minutes to do this. Not bad at all. And the installation will just be the reverse. So I'm gonna work on putting the red dot back in. Okay, so now it's time to put this new bar in. So I'm slide it in like this. Slide it like this. Okay, so I slid the red dot sway bar in, and first thing I do is gonna tighten those end links, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put the brackets on. Okay, so now the sway bar is installed, and I will show you. Right there. It's nice and firm. It isn't moving. I wasn't able to torque these bushing bolts right here. I just had to, I don't have an open-ended socket that is able to for my torque wrench. So all I did is I just tightened it and made it snug. Put all these push pins in, and now I'm going to start on the rear. Okay, so for the rear sway bar, it should be relatively simple. Same concept. We're going to put a Allen key inside and then twist the bolt. And then there are 2 bolts on each side right here, and it's the same on the opposite end. So I'm gonna get started. Okay, so I just removed this rear sway bar, and you can tell just how thin this is compared to the yellow dot RX-8 sway bar right here. So you can see just how much thicker it is. It's gonna definitely make a change for sure. So now it's time to put this on. It's super easy to take off, just 2 screws, and I use the impact to remove the end links. One thing to note is you need to be very careful when you put this on, because the torque I think is only like 13 to 19 foot-pounds. So you gotta be very gentle with these nuts because they will snap. just like that, it is done. You can see the yellow dot rear. Looking good. So, yep, just time to lower the car and take it on a test drive.